In a quaint village nestled amidst emerald fields and whispering forests, there lived a wise old monk named Sen. Renowned for his deep understanding of Zen teachings, Sen was sought out by villagers near and far for his guidance and wisdom. One serene afternoon, a traveler named Koji arrived at the village seeking shelter and solace. Drawn by tales of Sen's wisdom, Koji ventured to the monastery where the old monk resided. Upon reaching the monastery, Koji was greeted by the gentle smile of Sen, who welcomed him with open arms. As they sat in the peaceful courtyard, Sen poured fragrant tea into delicate porcelain cups, the steam rising in graceful tendrils. Sensing Koji's restlessness, Sen spoke softly. In the practice of Zen, every action is an opportunity to cultivate mindfulness and presence. Intrigued, Koji watched intently as Sen lifted his cup, his movements deliberate and unhurried. With each sip, Sen savored the tea, his senses fully engaged in the moment. Inspired by Sen's example, Koji followed suit, allowing the warm liquid to envelop his senses. Many seek enlightenment in distant lands, Sen remarked, but true peace can only be found in the depths of our own hearts, in the simple act of being fully present. From that moment on, Koji remained at the monastery, eager to learn the ways of Zen from the wise old monk. Under Sen's guidance, he embarked on a journey of self-discovery, embracing each moment with newfound clarity and mindfulness. As days turned into weeks, Koji found himself immersed in the rhythm of monastery life, finding joy and contentment in even the most mundane tasks. Whether tending to the garden or sweeping the temple floors, Koji approached each task with unwavering attention and presence. One crisp autumn morning, as Koji sat beneath the ancient cherry tree, he experienced a moment of profound clarity. In the rustle of the leaves and the song of the birds, he felt a deep sense of connection to the world around him, a realization that true happiness lay not in the pursuit of external desires, but in the boundless expanse of the present moment. With a heart full of gratitude, Koji bowed deeply to Sen, his eyes shimmering with newfound understanding. "Thank you, Master," he whispered, "for showing me the way." And as the gentle breeze carried the scent of cherry blossoms through the air, Koji knew that he had found his true home, here in the timeless embrace of mindfulness and presence. In a tranquil village nestled by the shimmering waters of a crystal-clear lake, there lived a humble monk named Tenzin. Known for his gentle demeanor and unwavering devotion to the teachings of Buddha, Tenzin spent his days in quiet contemplation, finding solace in the beauty of nature that surrounded him. One crisp morning, as Tenzin strolled along the tranquil shores of the lake, he noticed a fisherman struggling to catch a slippery fish. The fisherman, with furrowed brow and clenched fists, cast his net again and again, only to come up empty-handed each time. Intrigued by the fisherman's plight, Tenzin approached him with a smile. "Greetings, my friend," he said, his voice as soft as the whisper of the wind through the reeds. "Why do you toil so tirelessly, chasing after a single fish?" The fisherman sighed heavily, his shoulders slumped with weariness. "I must catch this fish," he replied, frustration evident in his tone. "Without it, my family will go hungry tonight." Tenzin nodded understandingly, but his gaze was filled with compassion. "Have you considered that perhaps the fish does not wish to be caught?" he suggested gently. "Perhaps there is wisdom in allowing things to unfold naturally, without force or interference." The fisherman frowned, unconvinced by Tenzin's words. "But if I do not catch the fish, who will provide for my family?" he protested. Tenzin smiled serenely, his eyes twinkling with wisdom. "Trust in the abundance of the universe," he said softly. "Have faith that all things happen in their own time, according to the natural order of things. Release your attachment to the outcome, and you may find that what you seek will come to you of its own accord." With a grateful nod, the fisherman took Tenzin's words to heart and cast his net once more. But this time, instead of struggling against the currents, he surrendered himself to the flow of the water, allowing it to guide his movements with effortless grace. To his astonishment, as the sun began to dip beneath the horizon, the fisherman felt a gentle tug on his line. With steady hands and a heart full of hope, He reeled in his catch, marveling at the size and beauty of the fish that had chosen to grace his net. With tears of gratitude in his eyes, the fisherman turned to Tenzin, who smiled in silent understanding. Together, they shared a moment of quiet reverence for the miracle that had unfolded before them, a testament to the power of non-interference and the wisdom of allowing things to unfold naturally. And as the stars twinkled overhead and the moon cast its silver glow upon the tranquil waters of the lake, Tenzin and the fisherman stood side by side, bound together by the timeless truth that in surrendering to the flow of life, one may find the greatest blessings of all. Once, in a serene monastery nestled amidst towering mountains and cascading waterfalls, there lived two monks, brothers in spirit but different in temperament. One monk, named Koji, was known for his gentle nature and forgiving heart, while the other, named Ru, carried the weight of past grievances like heavy chains around his soul. One day, as they journeyed through the countryside on a pilgrimage, the two monks came upon a rushing river blocking their path. On the riverbank stood a distressed woman, unable to cross the turbulent waters. Without hesitation, Koji approached the woman and offered to carry her across the river on his back. Gratefully, she accepted his help, and Koji safely guided her to the other side. As they continued their journey, Ru remained silent, his resentment simmering beneath the surface. Hours passed, yet Ru could not shake the feeling of indignation at Koji's act of kindness. Finally, unable to contain his frustration any longer, Ru burst out, "How could you, Koji? As monks, we have taken vows of celibacy and detachment. Yet you willingly touched that woman, carrying her across the river." Koji turned to Ru with a serene smile. "My dear brother," he said gently, "I left the woman by the riverbank long ago. Why do you still carry her in your heart?" Ru's eyes widened in realization, and in that moment, the weight of his resentment lifted like a fog clearing from the mountainside. He understood the true burden he had been carrying, not the woman herself, but the grudge he held against Koji for his act of compassion. With a newfound sense of clarity and freedom, Ru let go of his grievances, releasing them into the flowing waters of the river. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow upon the landscape, the two monks continued their journey in harmony, their hearts unburdened and their spirits light. From that day forth, the tale of the two monks and the woman served as a timeless reminder to all who heard it that true freedom comes not from clinging to past grievances, but from letting go and embracing the present moment with an open heart and forgiving spirit. Once upon a time, in a serene valley nestled between towering mountains, there stood a tall flagpole adorned with a colorful flag that fluttered in the breeze. At the base of the flagpole sat a wise old monk named Master Zen, his eyes sparkling with insight and his heart attuned to the rhythms of the natural world. One day, as Master Zen sat in quiet meditation beside the flagpole, a gentle breeze began to stir, causing the flag to ripple and dance in the wind. Intrigued by the sight, a young traveler named Emiya approached the monk and asked Master Zen, "Why does the wind cause the flag to move?" Master Zen smiled warmly at the traveler, his voice soft yet filled with wisdom. "The wind and the flag are like two dancers in a graceful duet," he explained. Each relies on the other for movement and expression, their relationship one of interdependence and harmony. As Emiya watched the flag sway in the breeze, a sense of wonder filled her heart. "But Master Zen," she asked, "which is the true mover, the wind or the flag?" Master Zen chuckled softly, his laughter like the rustling of leaves in the wind. "In truth, there is no true mover," he replied. "The wind moves, the flag moves, both are simply manifestations of the fluid nature of reality, forever intertwined in the dance of existence." With a wave of his hand, Master Zen gestured towards the valley around them, where the trees swayed in rhythm with the wind and the river flowed with effortless grace. "See how all things in nature are interconnected," he said. "Just as the wind and the flag depend on each other for movement, so too do all phenomena rely on the intricate web of interdependence that binds them together." As Emiya gazed upon the beauty of the valley, a sense of peace washed over her like a gentle breeze. In that moment, she understood the profound truth that Master Zen had revealed, that all things in the universe are connected, their fates intertwined in the eternal dance of life. From that day forth, Emiya approached life with a newfound sense of reverence and appreciation, knowing that in recognizing the interdependence of all things, she could find harmony and joy in the ever-changing flow of reality. And as she journeyed through the world, her heart filled with gratitude for the wind and the flag, for teaching her the most valuable lesson of all, that in embracing the fluid nature of existence, one could find true freedom and peace. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a humble monk named Koji. Koji was known far and wide for his wisdom, kindness, and unwavering dedication to spreading compassion. One rainy afternoon, as Koji walked along the muddy road that led to the village, he encountered a traveler struggling to navigate through the thick mud. The traveler, a weary merchant with his cart laden with goods, was visibly frustrated as his wheels sank deeper into the mire. Without hesitation, Koji approached the struggling traveler and offered his assistance. Together, they pushed and pulled, their efforts slowly guiding the cart through the treacherous terrain. Despite the mud clinging to their robes and the rain soaking through to their skin, Koji and the merchant persevered until they reached solid ground. Grateful for Koji's help, the merchant bowed deeply and offered him a bag of gold coins as a token of appreciation. But Koji simply smiled and shook his head. "I cannot accept payment for helping a fellow traveler in need," he said gently. "It was my duty and privilege to assist you." The merchant was taken aback by Koji's refusal but respected his wishes nonetheless. With a grateful heart, he bid farewell to the monk and continued on his journey. As Koji resumed his walk to the village, he couldn't help but reflect on the encounter. He knew that true compassion required action without attachment to outcomes. Whether or not the merchant had offered him gold, Koji would have helped him just the same. For in the end, it was the act of kindness itself that mattered most, not the reward. Word of Koji's selfless deed spread quickly throughout the village, inspiring others to follow his example. And from that day forth, whenever someone found themselves in need along the muddy road, they could always count on the compassionate spirit of the humble monk, Koji, to lend a helping hand. Once upon a time, in a serene village nestled amidst rolling hills and whispering forests, there lived a wise sage named Master Jin. Master Jin was known far and wide for his profound wisdom and gentle demeanor, but most of all, for his deep appreciation of the simple joys found in the present moment. One day, as Master Jin sat in meditation beneath the shade of a towering oak tree, he was approached by a curious cat named Chi. Chi, with her sleek fur and bright eyes, had long admired the sage from afar, drawn to his aura of peace and tranquility. "Master Jin," she said, her voice as soft as a whisper, "I have heard tales of your wisdom and sought your guidance. Tell me, how can I find true contentment and happiness in this world?" Master Jin smiled warmly at the cat, his eyes twinkling with kindness. "Contentment, dear Chi, is not found in the pursuit of material wealth or worldly desires," he replied. "True happiness lies in the ability to appreciate the beauty of each moment, no matter how simple or ordinary it may seem." Chi tilted her head in confusion. "But Master Jin," she protested, "how can I find contentment in the present moment when there are so many things to worry about and so many goals to achieve?" Master Jin chuckled softly, his laughter like the tinkling of wind chimes in the breeze. "The present moment is all we truly have, dear Chi," he explained. "Worrying about the past or fretting about the future only robs us of the joy that can be found in the here and now." With a gentle wave of his hand, Master Jin gestured towards the world around them, where sunlight danced through the leaves and birdsong filled the air. "See how the world unfolds before us, moment by moment," he said. "Each breath we take, each step we make, is a gift to be cherished and savored." As she gazed upon the beauty of the world around her, a sense of peace and contentment washed over her like a gentle wave. In that moment, she realized that true happiness was not found in grand achievements or lofty ambitions, but in the simple act of being present and alive. From that day forth, she approached life with a newfound sense of gratitude and appreciation, knowing that the greatest treasures were not found in distant lands or hidden riches, but in the quiet moments of connection and joy that filled each day. And as she curled up beside Master Jin beneath the oak tree, basking in the warmth of the sun and the gentle rustle of the leaves, she whispered a silent thank you to the sage who had taught her the most valuable lesson of all, that true contentment and happiness could be found in the simplicity of the present moment. In a bustling kingdom nestled between towering mountains and shimmering rivers, there lived a wise old sage named Emei. Emei was renowned throughout the land for her profound wisdom and unwavering serenity. One day, the king of the realm summoned Emei to his palace. "Sage Emei," he said, "I have heard tales of your great wisdom, and I seek your counsel. Tell me, what is the most valuable thing in the world?" Emei smiled gently and replied, "Your Majesty, the most valuable thing in the world cannot be measured in gold or jewels. It is something far more precious than any material possession." Intrigued, the king pressed Emei to reveal the secret of this invaluable treasure. "The most valuable thing in the world," Emei explained, "is inner peace and contentment. It is a treasure that resides within the heart of every being, waiting to be discovered." The king was taken aback by Mei's words. "But how can one find this inner peace?" he asked, his voice filled with curiosity. Emei closed her eyes for a moment, then spoke softly. "Inner peace comes from letting go of the desire for more and embracing gratitude for what one already has. It is found in the simple joys of life, in the laughter of loved ones, the beauty of nature, and the serenity of solitude." The king pondered Mei's words deeply, realizing that despite his wealth and power, he often felt a sense of restlessness and discontentment. Determined to find the elusive treasure of inner peace, the king embarked on a journey of self-discovery. He spent time in quiet reflection, surrounded himself with the beauty of nature, and cultivated gratitude for the blessings in his life. Slowly but surely, the king's heart began to fill with a deep sense of peace and contentment. No longer did he measure his worth by the size of his kingdom or the richness of his treasury. Instead, he found joy in the simple moments of life and reveled in the beauty of the world around him. Word of the king's transformation spread throughout the kingdom, inspiring others to seek their own inner peace and contentment. And from that day forth, the people of the realm learned that the most valuable thing in the world could not be bought or sold. It could only be found within the depths of their own hearts. In a secluded monastery nestled amidst mist-covered mountains, there lived a humble monk named Hero. His days were spent in quiet contemplation, his mind attuned to the gentle rhythm of breath, as he sought to cultivate the virtues of patience and mindfulness through the practice of meditation. Each morning, before the first light of dawn, Hero would rise from his simple mat and make his way to the meditation hall, where he would sit in stillness, his gaze fixed upon the flickering flame of a single candle. With each inhale and exhale, he let go of the worries and distractions that clouded his mind, allowing himself to be fully present in the moment. But it was not just the act of sitting in silence that tested Hero's patience. It was the endless parade of thoughts and emotions that clamored for his attention, pulling him away from the peaceful sanctuary of the present moment. Yet, with each passing day, Hero learned to greet these distractions with a sense of calm and equanimity, allowing them to rise and fade away like clouds drifting across the sky. As the seasons turned and the years passed, Hero's practice deepened, his mind becoming a wellspring of clarity and insight. And though the path of meditation was often fraught with challenges and setbacks, Hero remained steadfast in his commitment to the journey, knowing that true peace could only be found through perseverance and mindfulness. One day, as Hero sat in meditation beneath the shade of a towering oak tree, a weary traveler stumbled upon the monastery, his heart heavy with the burdens of the world. Intrigued by the sense of peace and serenity that emanated from the grounds, the traveler approached Hero and asked, "How is it that you find such patience and mindfulness amidst the chaos of life?" Hero smiled gently, his eyes reflecting the tranquil depths of his soul. "Here in this sacred sanctuary," he replied, "we cultivate patience and mindfulness through the practice of meditation, allowing ourselves to be fully present in each moment, regardless of the storms that rage within and without." Moved by Hero's words, the traveler joined him beneath the oak tree, his heart open to the wisdom that flowed from the monk's lips. And as they sat in silence, listening to the symphony of nature that surrounded them, the traveler felt a sense of peace wash over him, like a gentle rain on parched earth, quenching the thirst of his weary soul. And so, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars began to twinkle in the evening sky, Hero and the traveler sat together beneath the oak tree, their spirits united in the timeless embrace of patience and mindfulness. For they knew that in the practice of meditation, they had found not just a path to inner peace, but a journey of self-discovery that would guide them through the trials and tribulations of life with grace and equanimity. In a serene valley, surrounded by towering mountains and lush greenery, there lived a young monk named Hikaru. He was known throughout the monastery for his unwavering dedication to Zen practice, spending hours each day in deep meditation. One day, as Hikaru ventured into the forest to gather firewood, he stumbled upon a curious sight: a large stone nestled amidst a bed of moss. Intrigued, he approached the stone and sat down beside it, his mind buzzing with questions. "Why is this stone here?" Hikaru wondered aloud. "What lessons does it hold?" As he pondered these questions, Hikaru noticed a wise old monk passing by. With a bow of respect, he greeted the elder and shared his curiosity about the stone. The old monk smiled knowingly and gestured for Hikaru to join him on a nearby rock. "The stone holds a lesson indeed," he began. "But to understand it, one must approach it with an open mind and a receptive heart." Intrigued, Hikaru listened intently as the old monk recounted the tale of the stone, a mind hardened and closed off to new experiences, much like the unyielding stone before them. "Many seek enlightenment with a mind as rigid as this stone," the old monk explained. "But true understanding can only arise when one approaches the teachings with openness and receptivity, like the soft earth that cradles the roots of the trees." Inspired by the old monk's words, Hikaru returned to the monastery with a newfound sense of purpose. No longer content to simply sit in meditation, he sought out new experiences and perspectives, eager to deepen his understanding of Zen. With each passing day, Hikaru approached his practice with an open mind and a receptive heart, embracing the wisdom of the old monk's teachings. And as the seasons changed and the years passed, he grew in wisdom and compassion, his spirit as expansive and boundless as the sky above. And though the stone remained unchanged, nestled amidst the moss-covered earth, Hikaru knew that within its silent presence lay a timeless lesson, a reminder of the necessity of openness and receptivity in the journey toward enlightenment. In a tranquil valley where the whispers of the wind carried the secrets of the universe, there dwelled a sage named Master Lo, with eyes that gleamed with the light of ancient wisdom and a heart that beat in harmony with the rhythms of nature. Master Lo devoted his days to the pursuit of deep contemplation and profound understanding. High atop a rugged mountain, Master Lo's humble abode overlooked the vast expanse of the valley below, offering him a sanctuary of stillness and solitude in which to delve into the depths of his own being. There, amidst the towering peaks and the gentle rustle of leaves, he sat in silent meditation, his mind like a calm pool reflecting the infinite wisdom of the cosmos. Through the practice of mindfulness and introspection, Master Lo unlocked the secrets of existence, peering beyond the veil of illusion to glimpse the eternal truths that lay hidden beneath. With each passing moment, his understanding grew deeper, his insights more profound, until he became a beacon of wisdom and enlightenment for all who sought his guidance. But Master Lao's wisdom was not confined to the mountaintop. It flowed like a river, reaching out to touch the hearts and minds of all beings, both near and far. From kings and scholars to peasants and wanderers, all who sought the truth found solace in Master Lao's words, guidance in his teachings, and illumination in his presence. One day, a weary traveler climbed the rugged path to Master Lao's mountain retreat, his heart heavy with the burdens of the world. Seeking answers to life's deepest questions, he approached the sage with reverence and humility, eager to drink from the wellspring of wisdom that flowed from Master Lao's lips. With a gentle smile, Master Lao welcomed the traveler into his humble abode, offering him a seat by the crackling fire that warmed the room. In the quiet of the mountain, he shared the fruits of his contemplation with the traveler, guiding him on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. As the traveler listened to Master Lao's words, he felt a sense of peace wash over him, his mind cleared of doubts and fears, his spirit uplifted by the profound truths that resonated within him. And in that moment, he knew that he had found not just a teacher, but a friend, a wise and compassionate guide to accompany him on the path of enlightenment. And though the road ahead may be long and fraught with challenges, the traveler walked it with newfound confidence and clarity, knowing that he carried within him the wisdom of Master Lao, the beacon of light to illuminate the darkness and guide him towards the truth. For in the wisdom of the sage, the traveler found not just answers to his questions, but a profound understanding of the nature of existence and the interconnectedness of all things. And though Master Lao's physical form may fade with time, his teachings would endure, a timeless legacy of insight and enlightenment for generations yet to come.